The 2025 NFL Draft is less than 3 days away, and while we'll be covering the draft live Thursday night, we wanted to do a last-minute temperature check. Are there any hot takes on where certain players should go, or any teams that should trade for a specific player? Try to keep this brief, please.
I'll say two things. Number one, T-Mac, I think is a little overrated. The wide receiver from Arizona. I think there's going to be other wide receivers that are going to have better NFL careers than him. And number two, I really think the Bears should try to get one of the top two running backs and Amari and Hampton. Is that his name?
Yeah, Genty?
North Carolina.
Or Genty. Yeah, North Carolina or Genty. They need to try to get one of those two running backs and keep
in the first
Swift.
round. In the first round.
Yes.
This is a deep running back.
It is, but those two guys are the most explosive running backs in this draft. And those, I think Amarion a little bit more than Genty has that home run speed. But you pair that with DeAndre Swift and the O line that they just rebuilt. Because here's the thing, they didn't just go get guys that they think are going to be good. They got guys, as long as they stay healthy, are great O linemen. So I think that they are ready for a young running back to come in there and to help balance out that offense. And we saw what Detroit did. So you got the guy that was the architect of that with two running backs. Go get you a top flight running back in the first round.
Who they gonna get to play quarterback?
Who?
Chicago.
Oh, Chicago. Oh man, you already know.
I just had to mess with people on that. I had to.
Man,
I feel like
better than that.
I feel like I feel like if Sanders doesn't get picked in the top 3, I see the Steelers making a trade to get into the top 10. I would be shocked if they don't, just because you don't want to. The Saints have said that they have no interest in getting Sanders, but like Kyle always says in our chat, everybody lying. So to me, I would be shocked if Sanders falls out of the top 10, especially when you have the Raiders and the Saints.
No, you wouldn't.
No, I was always arguing that I don't think he's a top 3 pick, but I said that
he's
definitely top 10.
So who's trading back? So
I think the Giants. I think the Giants, like if whoever the Giants are in a position where I could see them trading back.
Mm-hmm. Okay, wait, hold on. But the thing is you said that if he gets past the Giants, so that means the Giants will be drafting somebody. So if they draft somebody not named Shedeur at number 3, then you got the Patriots, the Jags, the Raiders, the Jets, and the Panthers. So which one of those teams would you say would move back? You think the Patriots would?
The Patriots would definitely to get more draft capital, especially if because the top 3 is going to be Ward, Travis, and Carter. Yeah. So after that, it's kind of like I don't really need to be in the top 10 anymore. You know what I'm saying? At that point, those are the blue chips of this whole draft.
But moving down to 21, are they going to get the O lineman that the Patriots would want?
Well, I would say they're mostly moving down, not just to get to 21, but like get an extra first round pick for next year too.
My hot take is like I've been saying, I think the Cowboys take Shedeur.
What? How?
I've been saying. I think he's gonna fall.
What you gonna do with Dak?
I think you sit Shedeur on some Jordan Love shit.
Look, Q. I wouldn't disagree if Shedeur was being drafted like 20 something. But being drafted, the Dallas Cowboys have the 12th pick, and you have the highest paid quarterback. You can't have $300 million worth of quarterback, you know what I'm saying, on one roster, bro. Like that just don't make sense.
I think that a lot of people looked at Green Bay similar to the situation. It's like, yo, you just paid Aaron Rodgers, why draft his QB?
That's true.
And
but
I'm not saying that he is
the first round.
I understand, but I don't think
money is way different.
I understand. I just don't think that Jerry is pressed for money when you look at what Shedeur would bring to the Cowboys. I've been saying I don't like the Cowboys. I don't think they care about the logic here. I think this is Deion's boy.
Let's Spike, jump in here. What you got?
I just think Shedeur will get drafted before we have a chance to get him. As to what Q is saying, I would take Shedeur over Dak, but he's not going to fall to us. It's not that's like a fairy tale thing in the sense of being a Cowboys fan. Like
Some people got him falling to 20s though, Spike.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I don't
the
see that
Cowboys,
happening.
but the Cowboys are not going to be the team that takes him off the board. It's not going to happen.
Y'all need one of those running backs. You need Hampton, to be honest, but I don't think
we do.
Like,
but Sheldon, we do need a running back.
But I'm with you though.
We ain't taking a running back in the first round. It's going to be something like what they did for all these years, building the teams, building the draft picks. I don't think that Shedeur, like, it's just, I don't see that. I don't see that, bro.
Lou over here took 285 to get to downtown Atlanta.
Lou over
I
here.
don't see that, bro.
He half sleep, half upset.
Give me the keys. Give me your keys, bro.
I think Shedeur gonna go to the Raiders, but I feel you though, Q, because we don't know what Jerry gonna do. But I think that the Raiders will take Shedeur. I think
why is it so insane to think that like 11 teams don't look at Shedeur Sanders like he's that guy? I think that if you have Dallas staring at Shedeur Sanders at number 12, I think Jerry's gonna be like, "Fuck it."
That's the question. That's actually the point.
That's not a bad theory because like FIFO said, right now they're projected to take T-Mac. T-Mac ain't doing shit for the Cowboys next season. So, and I know what you're saying, Lewis. I know what you're saying, Lou.
Wait, T-Mac.
Whatever. McMillan from
the one that said that he don't watch no film.
Yeah, the Arizona wide receiver.
Arizona, I know who that is, FIFO. Stop it. I know who that is.
My thing is like it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to get a wide receiver when you can hit an Atlanta, hit a Green Bay, like you said, and invest in your future now because Dak is on his last contract with Dallas.
No, stop,
you can have Dak be there, have Shedeur sit behind him for a year or two, and let his ass go.
I don't think that's crazy at all.
He's gonna sit wherever he like I said, even if the Raiders draft him, he's gonna sit behind you.
Well, here's the question I have, Spike, because you've been caping for Sanders all year long. Why wouldn't you advocate? Are you saying that you would like them to take him? But it just don't make sense.
If we could get rid of Dak, I would take him 100%. But I don't see there's no way that we can get rid of Dak and have him as our starting quarterback and that work out for our franchise. Like,
can I make a case?
I don't see that.
Can I make a case? If all right, everyone on here, listen, play quick scenario, 30 seconds. We're in the draft room. I'm Stephen Jones. And Spike is going to play Jerry and everyone else is the execs. If I'm Stephen Jones, I'm looking at everybody and I'm saying, look, we all don't fucking believe in this Dak guy. Okay, cool. We already know that we paid him all this money and we fucked up. So let's look at what the trends are with guys sitting behind Jalen Hurts, sat behind Carson Wentz for a year. You have Jordan Love, sat behind Aaron Rodgers for 2 years. You have people like Brock Purdy who sat in the wings as Jimmy Garoppolo was fucking up for the franchise, and they still were able to compete. So it's really a win-win situation here, guys. We can go out there, try to win with Dak, and if it breaks a certain way that he gets hurt, we have Shedeur Sanders, and now people want to see what he's made of. Or if Dak goes a long way in the playoffs and we win, we still have the franchise security set up. So why wouldn't we, if we really believe in this prospect, just take the talent instead of trying to go get an O-line or go get a running back? We can go get those guys in the second and third round. And then I'm looking down the field at Deion Sanders maybe coming to be a Dallas coach in a couple years. Who knows? We got to leave everything open.
The problem with that though, too, is you said
Dak has already gotten too much money.
If you Stephen Jones, you ain't saying all that because there ain't no way Jerry letting you talk that much.
So for sure,
it's either gonna be Jerry's idea. Or it's not happening.
Sit down.
Regardless of what Sheldon's saying, sit down. We've already given too much money to Dak. There's no way that I can say, "Oh, I'm gonna let Shedeur come in and be quarterback."
But he'll be the backup though.
All right, y'all spending too much time on a guy that probably fall out of the first round, which is insane to be even having this conversation and seeing that happen.
He's not falling out of the first.
Oh, me?
I'm trying to tell y'all
because you keep doing the runaround.
All Lou is saying is that I just can't. No, I can't.
Hey, man,
what's your hot take so we can move on?
I would love it, but it's not going to happen though.
So what's your hot take for Thursday night?
I mean, we're gonna take a running back or a receiver, some shit like
just
that.
about the draft.
There's
in
no
general.
hot take. There's no hot take. We're
Okay.
gonna take like a running back or a wide receiver, something like that. That's going to help our offense. There's no hot take.
And you got nothing outside of the Cowboys
No.
that you'll see. Okay. All right.
My hot take is that you're going to see. Well, first of all, Jacksonville is the wild card. We don't know what Jacksonville is going to do. That's where the draft is really going to.
We asked about hot takes. We were talking about the Jaguars.
the draft, right? The draft's hot take, though, Lou. So for the draft, that's when the draft's going to start, though. That's what whoever they select is going to determine how everything else falls in the draft. And I think you're going to see a huge